Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Vibrant Wisdom. Today let's talk about bullying. I have to make an honest confession before I start this podcast. For a very long time I used to think that bullying is only physical. When I think of bullying, only one image comes to my mind. I can imagine a big, strong, muscular guy standing tall with his hands on his waist and another small, tiny, timid looking guy with teary eyes barely looking back at his bully. And for a long time, I lived with this image, only to realize that bullying is more than that. There's another type of bullying, which is emotional. I was surprised when I got to know that emotional bullying is a thing and that it plays a serious role in the psychology of a person. And that's the very reason I picked this topic up as my first podcast. I remember being bullied emotionally in my childhood, and I either had a teacher to save me from it, or a friend, or my own parents. There was, of course, hardly any awareness then, and many people didn't even know how to deal with it. But now, with the advancement of technology and with the world being one, people aren't unaware of their surroundings. They know their rights and how. Earlier, victims were asked to let go, to ignore the bully. But now, they are asked to speak up. They are given a voice and a stage to broadcast it and ask for justice. Bullying in childhood is the worst because it can result in a child having lifelong traumas. It can stick with a kid for a lifetime and poison him throughout. There are various psychologists treating that, and schools now have counselors and professionals to help ensure that environment in the school is healthy for kids. But what fascinates me the most is emotional bullying, especially amongst adults. I have seen various examples of this in my entire life. And all I can say is that it is a pretty difficult time to be an adult. Adulthood is tough. It can get the best of you, especially in the recent times, where you almost have zero privacy. And there are people trying to get to know you and your life in more ways than one. Something as simple as casually teasing someone also comes under the bracket of bullying. So now when someone does that to you and you're confused if you're just overreacting or the water is really under the bridge, look out for these characteristics if you think you are being bullied. If you think you are, please do not stay silent. There's another beautiful way through which some people like to bully. This one is a clever one, almost needs a mastery. I'm talking about the passive-aggressive ways of bullying, which can consist of gossip about you, someone joking about you, using sarcasm as a way to intimidate you, or use gestures. Bullies in this category can go to great lengths, like they can mimic you, embarrass you in front of people, or try to develop a sense of insecurity in your head. Worst of all, these are just some of the invisible treatments that you might face. The intent is simple: killing your peace of mind. So much for revenge, huh? I've seen such bullies up close and personal, and I can tell you one thing for sure. There's definitely some joy they get out of it, some adrenaline rush which pushes them to move forward in life. If you are a victim of it, I'd say don't just get into the trap, man. Just because someone else chose to bring you down doesn't mean you give them the anchor of your life and bring your life at halt. No. Get up. Speak up. Get help. Be strong. Easier said than done, I know. But nobody else but you can fix this. You need to stop it before someone else becomes a victim. But like they say in the aircraft announcements, help yourself before assisting others. So the next time you see someone bully you or someone else, don't forget to remind yourself of this one very important concept. Bullying is for people who have no confidence at all. So, everyone being bullied, please remember they are scared of you. You have something they don't, and that is what makes them bully you. Don't let their words affect you because they are the ones needing confidence, not you. So stay safe, guys. I hope these bullies get well soon, like ASAP. You just have to make sure that you're maintaining safe distance from bullies, like literally. And do not be afraid to speak up. The whole world is with you. In times of trouble, tell yourself this simple line: no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Thanks for listening and stay tuned.